Imagine stepping into a world where every decision matters. Every step could be your last, and survival is never guaranteed. Welcome to Stalker 2, a brutal open-world adventure that challenges your wits, patience, and perseverance. Join me and let's find out if this trek through the zone is worth your time and money. The zone is filled with anomalies, hazardous environments, and extraordinary wonders. One day, an unknown entity emerges from the zone, crashing into Skiff's apartment building and upending his life. To uncover the reason behind this incident and discover who, or what, was responsible, he must venture into the zone. Armed with a special scanner and his trusty pistol, Skiff prepares to face the myriad of challenges that await him inside. The zone is a harsh place full of harsh people who are no strangers to harsh language. The dialogue did have curse words peppered throughout, but nothing extreme.
Well, the fucker wasn't completely wrong.
As far as violence goes, there was blood and a lot of gunshots to take down enemies, and sometimes a sneaky knife to the neck to take a person down. In some areas placed heads on spikes as a warning before entering. It seems Stalker 2 definitely earned its M rating. The protagonist of the story you play is Skiff, an ex-military man who's venturing into the zone in search of answers. His prior skills enable him to handle the various weapons found in the zone and survive day-to-day challenges. As you progress through the story, Skiff will make numerous friends and enemies based on your decisions and conversations, or encounters in the wild. A simple mistake, such as saying the wrong thing or accidentally shooting the wrong person, can turn an entire faction against you. Skiff has limited stamina that is essential for jumping, running, and swinging a knife. The stamina bar is located below the health bar, indicating how much stamina remains. As your inventory becomes heavier, your movement slows down, and you expend stamina more quickly. If you don't like how slow the base stamina regeneration is, you can consume an energy drink to replenish it immediately. However, using energy drinks will cause Skiff to feel hungry more quickly. When hunger sets in, a small food icon will appear, signaling that it's time to eat. It's important to pack some snacks while exploring to avoid collapsing from hunger. While exploring, you may come across PDAs scattered around or found on the bodies of defeated enemies. Some PDAs will provide hints about a stash of items hidden away, marking the location on your map for you to find. These stashes typically contain some ammo and healing supplies in a bag, and you might also discover a new piece of gear alongside it. Other PDAs might feature small conversations about the area or past events, helping to expand the in-game world. It's beneficial to read every PDA, as some may reveal the location of hidden treasures secured by a code. To solve the puzzle, you'll need to find all relevant PDAs, as there will be no indicators on the map to guide you. The most common health hazard found in the zone is anomalies. These can appear as puddles of acid on the ground or giant soap bubbles floating in the air, so it's best to avoid them whenever possible. You are equipped with a sensory system that beeps progressively faster as you get closer to an anomaly, which helps in steering clear of these dangers. However, some anomalies contain artifacts, which are remarkable objects within the zone. These small radioactive stones provide various benefits when equipped, such as increased defense, enhanced carry weight, or faster healing. At the beginning of the game, you will have a basic artifact scanner. As you progress, you can find or purchase better versions of this scanner. While holding the artifact scanner, it will notify you if an artifact is nearby within an anomaly. The scanner functions like a game of hot and cold, guiding you as you get closer to the artifact. Once you're near enough, the artifact will suddenly appear for you to collect. Surviving the dangers of the zone heavily relies on your skills and the gear you're wearing. You need 2 main guns, a sidearm, and some armor. As you engage in fights or encounter anomalies, your equipment will start to degrade. The worse the condition of your gear, the more it will hinder your progress. Damaged armor will provide less protection during attacks, and guns may lose accuracy or even jam in the middle of a fight. It's essential to seek out technicians who can repair your gear and potentially add upgrades that enhance its capabilities, although this will come at a modest cost. Throughout the zone, you'll find settlements where you can sleep, store excess loot, and visit shops to sell unwanted items and accept various missions. You'll also come across technicians in these places. Keeping your gear in top shape and purchasing new guns or ammunition can be quite expensive. To earn more credits, you can sell items and complete missions. A straightforward way to lower your purchasing cost and increase your selling prices is to complete missions in the area, which will improve your relationship with the locals. The zone is inhabited by several different factions, each with their own goals and aspirations. As you progress through the game, you can choose to befriend some factions while alienating others based on your dialogue choices and actions. Certain settlements are aligned with specific factions, and they will attack you on sight if you are not on friendly terms with them. It is impossible to navigate the zone without encountering at least one group that wants to harm you. Stalker 2 is an open-world game that allows for exploration at your own pace. However, I noticed that some areas were devoid of people, yet still had loot available if I hadn't accepted a mission that took me there. I'm not sure if this was by design or a bug. There is a main story mission that guides you all over the zone, complemented by numerous side missions you can pick up along the way. These missions are a great way to earn extra credits. If you're struggling to find larger side missions, bartenders can offer a few generic tasks to complete. A significant portion of the game involves walking back and forth, which can lead to long periods of inactivity where the only notable event is getting hungry. While traversing previously explored areas might become repetitive or dull, the game does offer a fast travel option. However, it isn't your typical fast travel system. To travel quickly, you must find a guide in a settlement. For a fee, the guide will take you to any settlement you've previously visited, as long as they have a favorable opinion of you. Additionally, their prices will decrease if your relationship with them improves. As if anomalies and mean people weren't enough, the zone is also full of mutants who won't think twice about ripping your head off. Sometimes in groups, sometimes by themselves, and even a few that create groups that can tear you to shreds. Running is always an option, but some mutants will keep you from progression or an awesome piece of gear. The worst part about fighting mutants was the fact that the only reward for killing them was you get to live. No loot or anything to make some credits with. And that's a glimpse into the unforgiving world of Stalker 2. From terrifying mutants to intense decision-making, the game offers plenty to experience. What do you think about the zone's challenges? Have you played Stalker 2 or are you considering diving in? Let me know in the comments below. And now let's get into my final thoughts and break down the game's strengths and weaknesses. I'll admit, my initial impression of Stalker 2 was mixed. With little in the way of tutorials, the game immediately throws you into its hostile and unforgiving world, demanding you learn the hard way. My first hour was a disaster. I wandered straight into an acid anomaly, only to be mauled by a mutant moments later. But as I spent more time in the zone, the thrill of exploration, resource management, and faction politics began to sink its hooks into me.
We make our own choices now.
The visuals are outstanding. While the drab post-apocalyptic setting isn't colorful, it's detailed and atmospheric. The facial animations on NPCs add to the immersion, and the mutants are grotesquely terrifying. Every inch of the zone feels meticulously designed. The story deserves high praise. It's not just the main narrative, but also the smaller stories you uncover through PDAs, notes, and side missions that truly bring the zone to life. Your choices have weight, leading to unexpected consequences that make every decision feel impactful. The dynamic nature of the factions adds another layer of depth. Making friends or enemies is entirely up to you.
How does the ward's badge feel in your pocket, you snitch?
Still, the game has its share of flaws. Bugs can disrupt gameplay, sometimes irreversibly, as I found out when I failed a time-sensitive mission and lost access to an entire settlement. The inability to vault over low obstacles is another odd design choice, forcing you to take roundabout routes for something seemingly simple. Lastly, the market system feels unforgiving, with tight resources and steep costs making it a struggle to keep Skiff equipped and ready. Despite these frustrations, I can't get enough of Stalker 2. The tension of artifact hunting, the joy of upgrading gear, and the satisfaction of outsmarting a mutant pack definitely outweigh the negatives. It's a game that rewards perseverance, and I've invested nearly 50 hours so far. Every moment a testament to how addictive this experience is. Now that we've explored the zone's dangers, Skiff's challenges, and my personal highs and lows, it's time to break it all down. Let's assign scores to the key aspects and see where Stalker 2 lands on the shelf. The visuals are impressive, effectively bringing to life a dreadful and unforgiving environment for players to explore. I'm giving it a 4. The story, or rather the various stories you can uncover in the game, is in-depth and multifaceted. A lot of great work has been put into this, so I'm handing out another 4. The gameplay had its ups and downs. I found it challenging to discern what was a bug and what was intended. However, I've developed my own way to play and enjoy it, which earns a score of 3. There is a good amount of replayability in the game, thanks to the choices available and the inevitable mods that will emerge. The only drawbacks is the large size of the game. Despite this, I'm giving it a 4. Despite some frustrations, I am having so much fun that I can hardly put it down. I've invested a significant amount of time into this game and plan to play a lot more, which easily earns a score of 5. Overall, Stalker 2 achieves an average score of 4 out of 5. Placing it on the top shelf. It is a fantastic first-person open-world game that draws heavily from the first one. I enjoyed everything without prior experience, but I would have understood much more if I had known what happened previously. If you're still on the fence about this game, feel free to watch my live stream for more gameplay or check out the list of other games I've reviewed. I will help you find your next enjoyable game.